Ooh, that's cool. Hello, what is up guys? I'm your host Gordon and welcome to another one of my video. Today we got ourselves a JH double barrel single-handed break action shell ejecting foam dart blaster. That's definitely a mouthful. Oh boy, if you guys are into blaster spinning like me, this is definitely one blaster that is really fun to spin. And do you know what else is fun? Mac Potato, because this video wouldn't be possible without the help from Mac Potato for helping me to get this blaster over here. Mac Potato is a local Malaysia online foam dart blaster seller who sells rare imported foam dart blaster as well as some gel blasters. So if you guys are interested to get yourself one of these, the link is in the description down below. In the box, we got the blaster itself, 6 shells, a set of buckshot shells with some darts, a fake reflex sight, 20 darts, and a manual. Okay, first look at the blaster. As you can see, the silhouette of the blaster is definitely sweet. We got one of those Pirates and the Caribbean's vibe in here. Obviously, a single-handed double-barrel shotgun, not to mention that it is shell ejecting. If you guys do not know, the company JH who made this blaster over here is exactly the same company who made one of these S686 blaster over here, which is a pretty sweet break action foam dart blaster, and it is shell ejecting too. I mean, take a look at this, and it is double barrel as well. So let us talk about the build quality of this blaster. So far, holding in hand, the weight is satisfyingly heavy, at least for a toy. It seems to be a pretty solid looking blaster. The break actions is pretty smooth. The whole blaster is of course made out of ABS plastic. There is no rubber coating just like the S686 over here. Especially we got rubber coating over here and rubber coating over here. For the smaller version over here, of course we do not have those coating, but that doesn't really bothers me anyway. The grip of the blaster is actually pretty comfortable, not to mention that the trigger pull is actually pretty solid as well. Since this blaster is double barrel and it is made by the same company, the mechanism of this blaster is actually pretty similar with the S686. For example, you prime the blaster by doing this break action over here. As you can see, that click indicates that this blaster is primed. Even the shell ejecting mechanism of this blaster is the same. So you load the blaster just like so, and then you eject the shell by pressing the button over here. Yeah, pretty similar. Not only that, the break action priming as well as the shell ejecting is similar, even the firing mode of this blaster is similar with the S686 as well. For example, the double firing trigger, which means that there is actually 2 levels of trigger pulling, which allows you to fire one dart at a time. The first dart and the second dart. In my opinion, that is actually a very cool mechanism. Similar with the S686, I do not recommend you to mod this blaster too much because the priming mechanism and the break action is just being held by this plastic piece over here. Unless you figure out some way to replace this plastic piece with something much more robust. Speaking about more similarities, the shells that actually came with the blaster over here is actually the same kind of shells that came with the S686, which is nice. The only difference that I actually found is that in the package, we got extra shells, and these are not normal shells where you just put in one dart. These are the shells that you can actually put in 3 tiny darts in there to do like a buckshot effect. The tiny darts that I'm talking about is exactly the same kind of darts that you get in the basic Glock blaster, which is easily accessible. So yeah, it is nice to have such options as well. So basically you can load in 3 of these tiny darts and fire 3 of them in one shot, which is pretty sweet. But when I actually try to load the shell with just 1 dart, it will not work at all. It only works when you load the shells with 3 darts. The Picatinny roll situation of this blaster is pretty straightforward. There is only 1 roll of Picatinny roll on top of the blaster. Yep, for your reflex sights, which I will probably never use because those are fake reflex sights and they are never accurate. One more thing, if you guys are into blaster spinning, the weight and balance of this blaster is literally perfect for that purpose. You can either do like the double hand spinning just like so, which is very smooth and comfortable, or you can actually do like the single hand spinning without any trading at all. The weight and balance is just that good. So yeah, basically that's it. Enough of me talking. Let us go test the blaster out. Okay, we are back. Unexpectedly, the performance of the blaster over here is actually not too bad. The blaster can actually shoot from 58 FPS all the way to 63 FPS. The accuracy of this blaster in 4 to 5 meters, you can definitely score a hit. So I would say that it is actually not bad as well. But if you guys decided to use one of these buckshot shells, yes, the accuracy is of course not bad as well, but the maximum range that it can achieve is just 4 meters. And not to mention that the average FPS is just around 50 to 55 FPS, which is not that high. So if you want performance, go with the red ones. And if you guys wanted to have some buckshot fun, go with the green one, teal one. Operating this blaster so far, I did not encounter any jams, which is a good thing. Spinning this blaster is as smooth as it can get. In conclusion, I would say that this is actually a fun and solid blaster. So yep, that's all for today guys. Like this video if you like it, dislike this video if you do not like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course I'm going to see you in the next video. Adios guys!